Hey, Coach.
Eric, you there?
Yep, go ahead when you're ready.
All right. Well, to start, obviously, it's a pretty difficult, when you get into that style of game and to lose like that. I again with our guys, it's never fun being in that locker room, and after these losses, but just letting them know that you know th- there's stories in life, man, and we got to just understand where this is at, and there's not a lot of words that can be said. We have to do it with our actions, and so the guys are, we're all obviously disappointed, and that's a tough one.
First up, Dan Wiederer.
Matt, on the strip sack there, second to last drive, I'm curious your decision-making process to throw it there, your communication before that play, and then what you saw unfold.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's 3rd and 4, and we have to, we're backed up where we don't really have the field position. So we have to get a first down. We have to make them use their timeouts. And, we ran a play that's good versus all coverages. It's if they show man, great. It has answers versus 0. And then if they play zone, we got answers there as well. So we felt good with that. And it's just a play, at least what I saw from the Jumbotron afterwards, is kid made a good play around the edge and was able to swipe his arm out and make a play. I'd have to go back and see, as far as the pushing up in the pocket and other guys within the route and where that was. But we had to stay aggressive there and get first downs to make them use their timeouts and try to end with the football and win the game.
Is there anything you say on the headset before that play goes off?
No. I think the biggest thing is just that play for us is it's day one training camp, and it's something that all those guys know inside out.
JJ.
Matt, we heard you guys use the word embarrassing a lot after the game last Sunday. I guess, what does this feel like? What does a loss like this now feel like, 6 in a row coming off the last one?
Yeah. This one, just the way it ended. I mean, we've been on the other end of so many of these, and now to have a lead like this and lose this way, it stings. It hurts. They all sting. They all hurt. And I think you could feel the excitement on the sideline for our guys to come out and have that energy and be able to put points up on the board. I thought our guys, we did that at on the offensive side of the ball. I felt like we were getting first downs and we were moving the sticks, and then we were getting touchdowns. And so that part was good. And it's we knew there's going to be games like this where we got to score points, but it's certainly one that hurts. And that's stating the obvious.
Jason Leisure.
Matt, why is this team falling apart the last 2 seasons?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that for us, all I know about is who our players are as people and how they handle this stuff. And it's not because of a want. I know that, and so it's just difficult, man. This is the life in sports, and it's not easy. It's not fun when you lose. And the only thing you can do is continue to support each other. Just fight for one another and understand that it's not because of lack of trying.
Pat Finley.
Matt, you said before that you understand that questions about your job status is part of the deal here. With another loss, what are your feelings about that? Are you worried for your job?
Again, I don't get into any speculation on any of that. My job is to do is to make sure that each and every week I'm giving it everything I can as a coach and as a leader, with these guys. So I have to make sure that I do that, and any other thing that's a distraction that would be taken away from our team, and that would be not good for me or them. And I don't even get into that.
Mark Potash.
Matt, your defense gave up 460 yards. Are you surprised, stunned, disappointed? What's the emotion that explains your response to that performance?
Well, we're playing a good offense and a good quarterback, and but I'll have to go back and watch the tape and see exactly where that was. I thought early on, what it felt like for me was just you saw, I don't know, 3 or 4 3rd and 10 pluses that they converted. I thought that was big there with some of those. We got them into where we wanted them with 3rd down, but we weren't able to get off the field with those 3rd down conversions. So that right there is when you look back and see that. And then, The one drive where we had them, I think they were at the -4 yard line towards the end of the game, and they went down there and scored right before the 2 minute. That's the one probably that we'll look back at and say, man, being able to get them to take more time off the clock and or hold them to at least minimum a field goal. But I have a lot of belief in these guys. I love these guys to death, and regardless of the side of the ball, that's where I'm at with them, and they know that, and that's where this is right now.
Jeff Dickerson.
Yeah, Matt.
Hey, Jeff, we can't hear you. We're going to come back to you here.
Follow up a little bit on what Pat said. You got 4 years. Okay.
We're going to go to Brad Biggs.
Hey, Matt, I know you said you want to be able to watch the tape to see some of the things on defense, but how do you account for the pass rush failing to get home in so many games this season with some high dollar guys for you lining up front there?
Yeah, I know. When I say going back to watch the tape, a lot of that is to see, you go back and you watch and you say, okay, are we winning our one-on-one battles? And so, because teams are going to scheme, they're going to have stuff with Khalil and with 96, with Akeem, where they're making different, jet protection chips and that sort of thing, helping guys out. So I like to see, I go back and watch, okay, are we using more coverage, enabling our guys to win their one-on-ones? And then if we are we winning our one-on-ones? If we're not winning our one-on-ones, why is it? And then, do we need to create some or manipulate some with blitzes and fire zones and cover zero, stuff like that? So that's where it's hard from the sideline in the game to see that part of it. And that's what I go back and watch and get a feel for, is how that works together with the coverage.
A couple more for Coach. We're going to go Jeff Dickerson.
We're going to end around here with Jason's computer. Sorry about that. So, Matt, you do have 4 games left. So how do you salvage these final 4 games so it doesn't just become a nonstop narrative of, is this guy going to get fired? Is this guy going to get fired? How do you salvage these last 4 weeks, which still are an opportunity that's in front of you guys?
Yeah, is doing just that. I mean, we talked all week. We talked all week about going 1-0 and finishing. We talked about both of those things, and we didn't do that. So for us, again, this you have to look at it as a week by week deal for our team and where we're at and controlling what we can control. So the only thing that I can control right now for me is making sure that these guys understand the fight and they know the care and where all that stuff's at. And then we all each got to do our part. It can't just be one person. We all got to do it together. And you can't worry about that other stuff. You got to worry about what's in front of you. And is this right now a difficult time? You're damn right it is. It really is. It's hard. It challenges you in a lot of different ways. And that's just being as real as I can be. It's hard, but this is also why we're in the positions that we're in, is to be able to let these guys see the authenticity of your belief and trust in them. And I think the easy way out is for, people in different positions like myself as a head coach, is just to chalk it up and say, man, it just wasn't our year. But that'll never happen with me and our guys. And they feed off of that. And that's all we can do. So the belief, the trust, and that we have to finish strong, and just understand that that's what we have left. That's what's been given to us. So that's what we got to do.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
All right.
Mitchell Trubisky's on his way down to Zoom number 1. Hey, Mitch.
Yes.
Media, we have Mitch Trubisky with us and we can get started. First up, Dan Wiederer.
Mitch, on the strip sack, I'm curious what you were looking for on that play as it came to happen, and then obviously what happened with Aquara coming around the bend there.
Yeah, obviously I lost the ball. And I was just talking about this play. So the coaching point is 2 hands on the ball in the pocket, which I'm always trying to do. I think I was just separating to where I was going to throw. I saw Anthony Miller over the middle. So I don't know if I was pump faking and clutching it or if I was going to pull the trigger. And time was just running out. He made a good play. Credit goes to them. And I just got to take care of the football. I mean, we emphasize that as an offense. But sometimes players make plays and you got to give them credit for that. But I was trying to take care of the football, and it was just an unfortunate situation. But it happens.
JJ.
Mitch, you've been through one coaching change already here in Chicago. Do you think about that at all again with Coach Nagy right now? And if you do, how do you handle that?
I'm taking it one day at a time. That's all we're promised, and my job is to continue to make sure this team is sticking together, make sure these leaders are sticking together, and we'll just continue to uplift our teammates and the people in our building. We're in a tough situation. Obviously, we don't want to be in this situation, but I don't believe negativity or holding your head down is going to help us get out of this. So you got to believe that we're going to turn around. I think continue to stay positive and just continue to work harder will help us turn around. So that's what I'm focused on, and just taking it one day at a time. And then that's it.
Mike Berman.
Mitch, you'd played virtually a mistake-free game until that last moment there. How do you kind of summarize what you did on the field today?
I only heard the last part of your question. How do I summarize?
I said sorry if it's not working well. You played a virtually mistake-free game the entire way, and then the one mistake at the end. How do you summarize, put into context your game today?
Yeah, you'd like to have that now. You'd like to not have that one mistake at the end, obviously. I thought I went out there, I played efficient today. I thought our offense was efficient today. I thought we did a good job of mixing in the run with the pass, and I thought we were balanced. I thought the O-line did a great job of protecting and establishing the run game. I thought our backs ran really hard. David and CP ran their tails off. So it was really fun to see. It was fun to watch and be a part of. So we had one mistake at the end, ball security. So we emphasize that and keep working the fundamentals. But that was my goal today, to go out there, play efficient, and try to be mistake-free. And we had one at the end that hurt us. But I think we can continue to keep looking at the positives. And we keep making leaps as offense, but we got to continue to just keep getting better and keep scoring more points. And I think if we continue to play with that efficiency, that good things will happen. You got to believe that.
Jason Leisure.
Mitch, why have the fumbles continued to be an issue for you? Why hasn't that gotten fixed?
Continue to be an issue. I mean, it was last week and this week. So I'm emphasizing ball security in practice. That's something I always do, protecting the ball on the football. I thought the guy made a good play. I was about to get ready to throw. I had one hand on the football, and he must have timed it perfectly. So I don't think it's an ongoing problem. I think you go back and watch the film, and sometimes the defensive players make good plays. So give them credit and move on. I think we still had a chance to win the game at the end, and that's all you can ask for. But we gotta play better in all 3 phases, and we gotta always continue to take care of the football. But I'm not dwelling on that.
Pat Finley.
Mitch, you've been through a lot this year. What are your emotions like right now after the way that ended?
I don't know. I feel kind of just mentally hardened throughout this whole process. There's just a lot of ups and downs throughout the season and with everything that's happened. And, I just feel like I'm in control of my emotions, and I just want to continue to be positive and make sure I'm lifting up my teammates, and so we can get this thing going in the right direction. But it obviously hasn't gone our way, but you just look back at the things you can control, and that's all I'm trying to do. So emotionally, I feel stable, I guess.
Couple more. Kevin Fishbane.
Mitch, on the 4th and 1 there at the end of the game, obviously David had a great game up to that point. What are you thinking just about that call and then just kind of the result of all that? Obviously, you guys are kind of in a little bit of a rhythm at that point.
Yeah, I think we were going down, moving the football. I mean, I'm good with that. If you're telling me it's 1 yard and we're handing the ball to David Montgomery, my money's on him every time and our offensive line. Doesn't matter what the situation is. So I think, again, you got to give them credit. They made the play. We didn't. I think it's simple as that. But if we were to do it all over again, my money would be on David and our offensive line to run that again. So credit goes to them.
Last one. Dan, go ahead.
Mitch, when you realized that last play was short and you guys had been up 10, late into the fourth quarter, and you realized that how the day was going to end, how do you describe what that feeling was going back to the sideline?
I think I was just in shock a little bit. I thought we were pretty much in control the whole game, and just I was in shock because I felt like we were going to win that one. So we drove down. We were in control of most of the game, and they took the lead late. But I just believed that we were going to go down and get a score, and we didn't. So I think I was just a little shocked and disappointed, obviously.
Thanks, Mitch.
All right, guys.
That'll be it for the main Zoom. Thanks, everyone.